guys, to the Orlando Huskies franchise. It is week 3 of season 5. The 1-1 Broncos taking on the 1-1 Huskies. The Huskies coming off of a pretty dominant win last week against the Vikings. Defense looked much better. The offense still rolling. Taking on the Broncos here, who just got their first win of the season last week. And for the Broncos, their offense is pretty much the same as Hurd, still the quarterback, still have Davis at receiver, Yarbrough. Davis, 510 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions on the season so far. First and 10 from the 26. The Broncos come out in a bunch set here. As Dillon is burnt across the middle of the field by Yarbrough. Now a first and 10 from the 50. The Broncos moving quickly on one play, already at midfield. Check down. A broken tackle there. Another broken tackle. Finally brought down by Stanton at the 34-yard line. Right now, too easy for this Denver offense as it's first and 10 from the 34. As Shane not quick enough to react to the ball as Ellison easily picks up another first down. He had a huge performance against us last season. Killed us, and now Shane gets beat by Travis Mentor for a touchdown. And coming into year 5 for Shane, we kind of expected him to be able to guard slot receivers, tight ends, and so far letting us down early in this season, as the whole defense as pretty much has. No pass rush for the most part. And now Gage back a couple yards deep in the end zone. Returns this one. Gets it to the 24-yard line. Here comes Josh and the offense, though. Josh has 665 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns and no interceptions. Playing clean football, and that's why this offense has been moving so far. Do have a couple of big injuries, though, as last week Daniel Fernandez out with broken ribs. Dom Huff out for 4 weeks. Connor Kelly out for 5 weeks. Fernandez is out for 4 as well. So a lot of new names on offense so far in this one, as Josh hits Damian across the middle for a laser to pick up 25 on first or second and 12. Revamped offensive line right now for the next couple of weeks. There's a first down play to Drew Stevens. Stevens takes a handoff, chucks through one, down to the 36-yard line. Best run of the season for Drew Stevens, I believe, so far. Now first and 10 from the 36. Josh under center here in a bunch formation. Play action pass. And Josh barely able to get that ball out. As you see it right there, Connor Kelly out. Daniel Fernandez out. And then Dom Huff out. Second and 10 now from the 36. Another bunch set for the Huskies. And play action pass once again. And this time, Josh tries to go to Hunter across the middle, and the linebacker was ready for it. Good play by the linebacker to go up and swat that ball down. Now will be a 3rd and long here. Huskies offense was moving pretty well, and Josh hits Hunter right up the seam. Too easy as the Broncos sent a blitz. Huskies came on an empty set. First down. Now a first and 10 from the 14. Josh back under center. Play action pass here. Josh gonna check it down to Jamal on the underneath route. Picks up 5. Now gonna be 2nd and 5 from the 9 after the 5-yard pickup. Two tight ends remain on the field, and Drew Stevens met in the backfield once again. As this Broncos unit has gave us trouble in the past. 3rd and 7 from the 11 now. Damien takes that one. Only picks up 4. Now is a 4th and 3 from the 7. And we're going to see the Huskies offense remaining on the field here on the 4th and 3. See if they can pick it up. They're going to give the ball to Drew Stevens. Stevens fighting forward, gets the 3 yards and the first down. Great run by Drew. Keeping those legs turning as he was met about a yard and a half short. Now on 1st and goal here. Gonna hit Hunter in the end zone for a touchdown, Huskies. Great find by Josh to hit Hunter to tie up the game. As just like the Chiefs offense coordinator retired, the Broncos offense coordinator also retired last season. So see the differences in the offenses so far. Chiefs started off a little slower. Broncos so far firing on all cylinders. As Rosenberg with a nice tackle. Hurd coming back out on the field after a really good opening drive. First and 10 from the 25 now. The Huskies sent a blitz. Miles Franklin tried to jump the underneath route, and Hurd threw it over him for a huge gain. Miles Franklin not getting a ton of playing time, but overread the route and wasn't able to get there as Grimes comes in and gets a sack on Hurd, and Hurd is holding his wrist. Grimes is a big man, and he came hard down on that wrist, and now the backup quarterback is in for the Broncos here. And Vigil Hatcher came in screaming, hit Shaw, forces a incompletion. Now it is a 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20 from the 40. Can this Huskies defense get off the field here? Here comes CJ coming in, forcing a ton of pressure, forces a throwaway. And the Broncos are forced to punt here. Steven Sutherland back there instead of Connor Kelly now. Steven able to bring it. Good return to the 23. Caught it around the 7, and now that's Dylan Flockhart on the play, and he's headed straight to the locker room. Not even gonna go to the blue medical tent, just straight to the locker room. Now it's a 1st and 10 from the 23. And Josh sees Hunter downfield. Hunter hangs on to a tough catch down to the 45-yard line. That's going to end the first quarter, but a great throw by Josh to end it, as it's all tied up here in the first. 1st and 10 now, trip to the left for Josh. Drew Stevens in the backfield. It's a handoff to Drew, and Drew picks up 7 on 1st down. And a strained tricep for Dylan. And he's going to miss some time, especially this game. 2nd and 3 now from the 39. Play action pass here. Josh doesn't see anybody open. Was going to try and take a deep shot. Just didn't trust it and ends up taking a sack. But for the DBs, the backups are just going to have to come in and kind of show what they got. As they go with a screen to Brandon Gibson on the 3rd and long. Will be a 4th and 9 now. Just out of field goal range for Sammy Leak. And James Aldridge coming on to punt it as the drive stalls out. Taylor Kirkpatrick couldn't get to the ball, and you'll see a lot of Kirkpatrick and Cunningham now with the injury to Dylan. And in our base sets, you'll probably see some more of Staten in there on 1st and 10 from the 20. And Shane perfectly covered that one, picked off. Shaw tried to go to Ellison, and Shane was ready for it. The backup QB making a bad throw. 1st and 10 now from the 28. And Josh finds Jamal Lacey for a big pickup of 13. Now it's a 1st and 10 from the 15 inside the red zone for the second time this game. It's going to be a handoff to Drew Stevens, and Stevens only picks up one. Not too big of a hole there for Drew. Second and 9 now from the 14. Trips to the left for Josh. Stevens in the backfield. And Josh is nearly picked off trying to fit a ball into Damien into the end zone. Just swatted down. Luckily for Josh, that one wasn't picked. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 9 from the 14. Bunch to the right for Josh. As Josh goes into the end zone to Jason Blacklock, who hangs on to it. Touchdown Huskies. Huskies take a 14-7 lead now. Despite all the injuries, still hanging on in this one. James Aldridge will kick this one deep. Broncos will return it from the 1. And McMillan and company there. Now it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 23. Hurd back on the field. Hurd might have thrown that pick. I'm not too sure, but he's back for this drive, and they go underneath to Yarbrough, who picks up a good chunk, and it was Hurd who threw the pick. It was not the backup Shaw, it was Hurd. But now it's a 1st and 10 from the 38. 3 tight ends on the field for the Broncos, and Gage and Justin Martinez able to stop Lynn for a loss of 1. Great play by Gage, who's really found his role as a run defender in this league. 2nd and 11 from the 37. And Johnson lays out Yarbrough for a big hit, forces an incompletion. And now it's a 3rd and 11 from the 37. Broncos go with something underneath. A broken tackle there. Picks up the 1st down after Miles McMillan misses the tackle. That's kind of why you're seeing a bunch of other linebackers now being mixed into the rotation, because we have missed tackles, as Vigil Hatcher came in screaming, misses the sack on the play, but Shane is back there nearly with his 2nd pick of the game. Good job by the receiver playing defense, basically swatting that ball away from Shane, as Shane nearly had his 2nd pick of the game. As he goes right across the middle of the field, and Miles McMillan, slow feet, caught in quicksand. Ellison with a huge catch downfield. Gonna be a 1st and 10 from the 27. Last play before the 2-minute warning here. As Shane able to catch up to the running back, but there is an injury on the play to their big tight end, Ellison. That is not a good sign for the Broncos and their fans. 1st and 10 from the 7 now. They send a blitz, and Cunningham with a great play on that one. Forces an incompletion. Gage behind him. And Cunningham was right in front. Now it's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. As CJ hits Hurd on the play, forces a throwaway. Hurd's taking a beating right now in this one. Taking multiple big hits. 3rd and 7 now from 3rd and goal from the 7. They go with a check down. He had Lynn, but a bad throw by Hurd forces a field goal attempt by this Broncos team from the 7-yard line. A chip shot field goal here for the Broncos. It's right down the middle. The Huskies defense did a good job right there, forcing 3, bending but not breaking. Had multiple chances that drive to take the ball away. Gonna have to get better at that. But Gage gets the kickoff around the goal line. He has a big hole to the left side, and Gage is off to the races. Past midfield, and Gage, nobody's gonna catch him. Into the end zone for a touchdown, Huskies. Great kick return by Gage to extend this lead to 11. That's Gage's first kick return of the season, and first since the beginning of last season. Been waiting for him to kind of break out as a kick returner. Thought he did it in season 3, but season 4 was a letdown. Now returns one early in season 5. And Rosenberg with a great tackle down at the 20-yard line. Here comes Hurd and the Broncos offense. First and 10 from the 20. Hurd with trips to the left. And he goes with the check down, and Johnson lays out the receiver. Second and 3 now. With another easy completion. And Cunningham, where's that Kirkpatrick? Kirkpatrick in on that tackle. First and 10 now from the 38. They go with an empty set now, right over the middle, and Kirkpatrick not able to make the tackle. Shane's now not able to make it, and Young and company able to bring him down. Now gonna be a first and 10 from the 23. And Grimes came in and hit Hurd hard. Looked like he was gonna throw a contested ball right there though. Luckily for Hurd, he got hit because that one could have been picked off once again. And now it's a second and 10 from the 23. Hannah Clarendon's coming in, and Caden was right over the ball. Surprised he let that go over his head. Caden not known for his coverage ability, but has made QBs pay in the past when the ball is in his area. Now a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 from the 14. Hurd switches the play at the line. They go with a check down, and Gage and company able to bring down the receiver, Davis. 1st and goal from the 7 now. They go across the middle of the field, and Young swats that ball down away from the tight end. Great play by Young. Now it is a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Can this Huskies defense do it once again? Is this one Caden with a good tackle down to the 3, and see what the Broncos decide to do here, and they're gonna kick their field goal. Questionable call in my opinion at the 3-yard line, especially with how our offense has been moving this season. Threes are not gonna beat us. As Gage is going to get this one from about the 2. Maybe he could make it 2 kick returns in one game, as he can't tackle at the 24-yard line. Gonna have to get the run game going. So far this season has been very lackluster, and for the offense, gonna have to just pretty much tackle. And that's been the biggest issue so far this season, just tackling on defense. As Gage is back from at the goal line to return this. And Gage cuts it to the left once again. And Gage is off to the races once again to the 40, 30, 20, 10. Another kick return for Gage. Bloodgood. 2nd of the game. And now the Huskies are up 28-13. What a kick return by Gage. Gage alone is outscoring the Broncos right now 14-13. Now let's see if this defense can match what Gage has been doing so far. Not likely as Jerry Patrick misses a tackle. Luckily, Miles McMillan makes a diving play to bring him down at the 33. And now it's 1st and 10 from the 33. As a forced fumble there. And Darrell White jumps on it. Tavon Johnson forces it. And Darrell White jumps on the ball. First and 10, they're going to hand the ball off to Drew Stevens. Picks up 3 on the first down carry. And now a 2nd and 7 from the 33 here. Trips to the left for Josh. It's going to be a play action fake here. Josh across the middle of the field to Kylo, who hangs on to that one down to the 7-yard line. This is one of the more complete games we've seen out of this Huskies team. Now a 1st and goal from the 7. And Josh is just going to take off, and he's into the end zone for another Huskies touchdown. And they are up 35-13 in this one. This is the same Broncos team that has made the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago. Made the playoffs last season. As David Hayes brings down the return man at the 22, as Lynn has had a limited amount of touches, and the one fumble can't help his odds. As is this the downfall of the Broncos? 1st and 10 from the 22. As Vigil Hatcher's coming in, he hits him hard. Shane able to push out Yarbrough at the 45 after Steven missed the tackle. See what the Broncos dial up here with a new OC, down a lot early in this 3rd quarter. They're going to test Steven staying once again, and Steven merely breaks on that ball and picks it off. Only able to swat it away though. Second and 10 from the 45 now. As Vigil Hatcher comes in untouched with a huge sack. 2nd sack of the game for this Huskies team. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 14 from the 49. As Lynn gets the screen, but tackled about a half a yard short of the 1st down. And another shocker, the Broncos are kicking a field goal here. And this one's up. And it's no good. They decide to kick the field goal, and he doesn't even make it. Questionable call there from the Broncos head coach. As it's a 1st and 10 from the 42 now for this Huskies team. They go with a counter play to Drew Stevens. Stevens able to pick up 4 on that one. Second and 6 now. Josh under center in I form. It's going to be another handoff for Drew, and Drew picks up 2 on 1st or 2nd down. Makes it a 3rd and short. 3rd and 4 from the 49. 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter here. As Josh is sacked and he fumbles the ball. Didn't see the DN coming in, as he was about to check the ball down to Damian. A great play by the DN coming in hot and heavy. It's a screen play to Lynn, who able to get 6, but Yarbrough now hurt on the play, and injuries this season have been killing these AFC West teams. Second and 4 now, motioning out the running back here. As the Huskies send the blitz, and that one is overthrown by Hurd as the pressure was coming in. Third and 4 from the 32 now. See what the Huskies can do on defense. Force the Broncos to another field goal, hopefully. As that one up the seam. Easy touchdown for Mentor. Second touchdown of the game. That was just too easy. No resistance off the line. And now it's a second and or 2-point conversion here. It's a good play on that one by McMillan. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal if you are the Huskies here. They've blown leads like this before, and they can't do it again as Gage has another gaping hole down to the 37-yard line. Now it's a 1st and 10 from the 37. As you see, the Broncos have all the yardage in this one, but the scoreboard leading for the Huskies here is Josh throws a laser to Drew Stevens. And that is a dime. Best throw of Josh's career right there. 1st and 10 from the 23 after the 40-yard completion. Josh checks it down to Jason Blacklock, who gets behind everybody down to the 4-yard line. As it's a 1st and goal from the 4 now. Josh with a bunch to the right. It's going to be a toss play to Drew Stevens. Only able to pick up 1 after that play. Had blockers in front, but a great play by the DN. 2nd and goal from the 3. Josh under center here. Josh to Hunter. End zone. Touchdown Huskies. We might be looking at the Offensive Player of the Year and the MVP right there early in this season. Have to keep up how they've been playing, but those two have to be the front runners right now for those awards. As James Aldridge will kick this one deep. As their kick returner able to get a little bit of room down to the 37. Maybe that'll spark something in this Broncos offense. First and 10 from the 37. Hurd under center. It's a handoff to Lynn. And Johnson with that great tackle. Was engaged in a block and still able to bring him down. 2nd and 3 from the 44. And the blitz came in. Shane with good man coverage forces a bad throw. Now it's a 3rd and 3 from the 44. Defense looking for a stop here. As the ball goes right over CJ Hunter's head. As he was in great position, just couldn't get his hands in the air quick enough. And that's a 1st down for the Broncos. As it's been all Huskies pretty much in this one outside of the 1st quarter. It's now going to be a 1st and 10 from the 40. As Johnson lays out the receiver once again. That's about the 3rd or 4th time Johnson has done that this game. Has been absolutely destroying receivers across the middle of the field. Now a 2nd and 10, a bunch formation here. And McMillan this time, learning from Johnson, lays out the receiver, but able to hang on to it is Salmon. Picks up 4 on that play. Now a 3rd and 6 from the 36. And CJ Hunter's coming in, but he just chucks this one up. And Javon Young, with the deflection, nearly had a pick. See what the Broncos do here, and they are going to keep the offense on the field. And in my opinion, that's the smart move. They should have been doing this a while ago. 4th and 6 now. See if the Broncos can stay alive in this one. As Hurd stays in that pocket, finds his big tight end downfield to the 11-yard line. Ortiz with a big catch right there, extending the drive for the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 11. And Shane just couldn't turn his head fast enough, or he might have had his second pick of the game, but this time Ortiz is into the end zone. Now for the 2-point conversion here. Shane was playing off Ortiz once again, and easy pitch and catch for them. As Ortiz really took over that drive. But now the Huskies offense will get the ball back. As Gage just pulled down by his arm at the 16-yard line. And now it's a 1st and 10 from the 16. Josh under center. Just trying to run out some of this clock here. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens. Fights forward 4-3, and the blocking just hasn't been there. As 2 starting offensive linemen for the Huskies are out in this one, and they just haven't been able to run this football. Now it's 2nd and 7. They go right back to the run. But this time to the right side, and offensive linemen just not able to move the D lineman right now. Only pick up about 4 or 3 on that play. Now it's a 3rd and 4 from the 22. As Josh tried to fit that over the DB's head, Gilchrist, but he swats it down. Now it's a quick 3 and out for this Huskies team. That's not good with how the Broncos offense has been moving as of recently. They'll have to drive the whole field here, down multiple scores, but this one, unfortunately for the Huskies, is not over. 1st and 10 from the 26. Hurd switching something at the line. As Gage is right there on the play. Couldn't break it up, but a good tackle. Only a gain of 6. Now it's the 2nd and 4 from the 32. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in this one. As Stanton tries to dive for the pick, not able to get it. Shane tackles Ortiz at the 39-yard line. First and 10 from the 39 now. As Stanton, they're going right after him this game. Not able to make a play right there either. They go with an empty set here now on a 1st and 10. They go underneath, and you see McMillan trying to punch that ball out. 2nd and 2 from the 10. Cunningham now beat for a touchdown. Mentor with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And just like that, the Broncos have fought all the way back in this one. Just when you think the Huskies were going to get a blowout win, the Broncos fight all the way back. Gage takes this one. There is a flag on the play. Might be a hold or a block in the back on the Huskies. And there is going to be a hold. Only hurting this Huskies team even more. Steven Sutherland backing them up. And now it's a 1st and 10 from the 10. Huskies are going to have to figure out the offenses. They've kind of slowed down here. But Hunter's open on that one. Hangs onto it. Breaks the tackle. And Hunter is off to the races. Picks up 17 on the 1st down play. 1st and 10 from the 27. Hunter, 5 catches for 76 yards. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Handed off to Steven Sutherland. Only picks up 3 on the first down carry. It's the 2-minute warning here. Huskies only up by 8 right now. Second and 7 from the 30. It's going to be a play action pass here. The linebackers bit it. They bit up, and that leaves Hunter wide open across the middle for a first down, and that is huge for this Huskies team. Hunter over 100 yards for the 3rd straight game. First and 10 from the 45. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens. Stevens fighting for more, only picks up 3 once again, and that's kind of been this entire game. Stevens only 3 here and there. Second and 7 now. Play action pass. And Josh had Kylo for the game, and he just overthrew it. Now this is a huge 3rd down play. They're closing in on field goal range as well on the 3rd and 7. As Damien's wide open. Turns upfield, gets the first down. They might have pushed him out though. Nonetheless, they are in field goal range. They did push him out, but 1st and 10 from the 35. Josh back under center. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens. And Stevens fighting, picks up 5 on that one. 2nd and 5 from the 30. All 3 tight ends in on this play. It's a counter play to Drew Stevens, who picks up 3. Third and 2. A minute left in this one. First down will end it. It's a read option. Josh takes it. And Josh is off to the races. Gonna slide down at the 15-yard line. Great read by Josh to take that ball. As you see on the bottom of your screen right now, the Raiders are blowing out the Chiefs 42-21 late in that game. As the Huskies are gonna win in this one. As Drew Stevens picks up 8 on that carry. And the Huskies are going to move to 2-1 onto the season after this huge win. As Josh had one of his best games ever. 156.8 pass rating, 16 of 21, 260 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Rushing, Drew Stevens found it late. Struggled early, but found it a little bit late. Hunter, 6 catches, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Damien, 3 catches, 37. Jason, 2 catches, 33, and a touchdown. And Drew Stevens with a huge 40-yard catch early in the game. Still waiting for some of these backup receivers to emerge as a true target. And Shane and Johnson led the team in tackles with 9. Tackles for loss for Vigil, Justin Martinez, Gage, and Grimes. And a sack for Vigil and Grimes. A pick for Shane. A deflection for Young and Stanton. A forced fumble by Javon Young. And a fumble recovery by Darrell White. Overall, a solid performance, but the defense has to get a little bit better. The offense isn't going to be able to score 42 every game. So this defense is going to have to get a little better, but we'll take a dub. We moved to 2-1 on the season. I'll see y'all in week 4. Peace.